What's up, William L? Gonna wait a minute for maybe a couple other people to come in. Pretty good. Got some good rest yesterday, so I'm excited to finally get this run close to being finished. This is the third day of distilling, so takes a while. This is the reconfiguration time. So I don't know if no one else is going to come back in. If you want to hang out and see how I reconfigure this, I don't know. Maybe wait another minute or so. See if anyone else wants to come in. How about you? How's your day going? Not bad. Awesome. So yeah, this is the fun one. This is the fun part of the run. Man, I'm gonna open up that garage door. Gonna breeze in here. Okay. There we go. Let's see here. We're watching. All right. Well, there's a few more people in here, so I'll go ahead and get started and start reconfiguring everything and getting this still set up so that I can do this third and final run. Now, first thing I'm going to do is take this piece out right here. Hold on to these gaskets. Don't want to leave those behind. So this is just going to be completely excluded. All right? Just going to set this over here. And then I'm going to cap it. I'm going to cap it right here. Put the clamp back on. And I'm going to take this cap off. Which is a pain sometimes. That thing is heavy. I'm going to take that out of the way, and I'm going to put an adapter on it. This is 6-inch to 2-inch adapter. Make sure that's seated correctly there. And then I'm going to put the infusion chamber on here. That is what this does. Let me get this clamp on here really quick, and then I'll explain it. Explain what this is if you haven't seen it before. So what this does is has a cap on it, and here it's open. This is open right now. This valve is open, and I can fill this with flavor. Like what before I start this up. When I start this up, I'm gonna fill it up with vanilla. The vanilla comes through just like it's like you can't even pick it out, but it smooths out the flavor of the liquor itself. So that's what this is. But the reason why it's set up this way is because I don't want to flavor all of it, because I still have to exclude some of a little bit more of the heads. So this is where I start actually doing my cuts. This isn't a stripping run. This is a final run. So, so that's what this is. And then, like, you know, fill it up and then close it off. And then when you're ready, you open this up and it dumps into here and infuses the liquor with whatever flavor you want. So that's what's going on there. Now, I'm going to take a dump bucket. I'm going to dump what's in here from the last run. And I'm going to actually open up these valves so it's not creating a negative pressure in there. And the vacuum. I'm going to let that dump. My big ass propane tank is empty now, so I'm going to switch to this for this run. And while that is empty, let me explain this. It's just a smaller burner, and I put this, once that bucket's out of the way, I'll put this under here. And this now becomes the primary. And then I'll run it through just the way it is. I think I'm going to change some of the water out too. I don't know if the water's nice and cool or warm. Come on. It's pretty cool. It's not bad. I might dump out some of the water and replace it with some cooler water, but doesn't seem too bad. What I do need to do is put a temperature gauge on this. That's something I haven't done yet. I need to get one of these gauges and put it right here. Get a better idea of the water temperature. Usually these condensers come with a temperature gauge, but I didn't want to do that, so that I didn't get it with the temperature gauge on there, and I saved myself a little bit of money by doing that. But here's my igniter. Here we go. It's over here. Alright, that's probably good. Now, what did we end up with? I'm going to dump that in a second. We ended up with 7 gallons of 160 proof. That's 160. 60 gallons of 160 proof. That is going to go right back into here, which was dumb because I forgot to add this. So I'm going to take this off because I'm an idiot. All right, let's fill up some jars here and get this going. Actually, probably one jar would work out just fine. Or I could just put the. So I usually have the jars filled. I didn't fill up the jars when I mixed everything in the bucket. I forgot to fill up these jars. So let's see if I can just get this up here. It's got the spigot right there, and just hold it here and do that. That's working. Yeah, that's working. Why not? Right? So about 160 proof, 7 gallons. Sorry about that. I'm busy. Leave a message. Oh man. It's taking forever. That's taken a while. Boring, boring, boring. Getting there. Get that gasket out of the way. Smashing it. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit more comfortable. There. It's gonna be a hot one today. I'm already sweating. I'm already sweating in here. Almost there. If I would have pre-filled the jars, I just dump the jars. The jars just sit right on top of here perfectly. They just dump right in. But I didn't do that last night, so fuck it. Let's see if I can manage that. There we go. There we go, that's that last bit. Put this back on here. Strip these off. Now, put the burner in here. And then go ahead and light this up because it's ready. And then once that's while that's heating up, I can clean up and set up my jars over here to make my final cuts. So get this going. Oh, geez, that was tight. Uh-oh. Front magnetic. Ah, battery's dead. Son of a... God damn it. Let's see if I can charge it up. My damn battery's dead. Ain't that a bitch? Let's see if this will work. Can it be plugged in and turned and the? Oh man! All right, let me see if I can do this a different way. I don't have another lighter that I can safely do that with, so I'll be right back. Damn thing out of freaking. Hey man. Yeah man. That works. All right. Note to self: make sure the freaking thing is charged. All right. Well, it's too late now. Do that. Make sure that's charged. Let me plug my phone back in. There we go. So now that this is heating up, let me get my cup shelf over here. Just want to make my cups. Some valve. Just like that. And my alcometer is inside, so I'm going to grab that really quick. Gently put this in. There's a little piece of, there's a little bundle of copper mesh under here so that it doesn't get stuck and it doesn't, and if I accidentally drop it, it has a cushion under there so it doesn't break. Because I've had that happen before. So that's pretty much it for this setup. If you didn't see, took this portion out, excluding this. So we're excluding this, capped it right here, added an infusion chamber, drained all of the leftover fluids from yesterday's run, filled this up with 160 proof stripping runs, both the stripping runs that I put it in here, added a burner so that now this is the primary. So, and that's heating up right now. So the only thing I'm going to have left to do is I'm going to change out some of this water just so it's a little bit cooler. It's not going to be much, but this will be a really slow run. It's going to be a really slow run. It's going to take all day, probably well into the night, because I'm going to run it really slow, really low heat. And it's going to end up a really good high proof. So that off, that pump off, turn this pump on, and let it flow. And that's how you do that. Once this gets down right about here, I'll fill it back up with some cooler water. Other than that, it's the same thing. Wait for it to get up to temperature. Once the deflagrator once the plate column is nice and even. See, the temperature's going up pretty steady. It's about 95 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Exactly, actually. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit, get this thing going a little bit faster. And then once it starts getting up to 120, 130 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm going to bring that down and bring the heat source down and let everything just kind of heat up slowly so it doesn't get backed up like the first day. And that first day sucked. What did you miss, Mr. Something Else? Do I have to go through it again? We did the exclusion, took this pipe out, did the excluding the primary. The secondary has now become the primary. I capped this right here, added an infusion chamber for when it's time to add vanilla, because I'm going to add vanilla to it. Not a lot, just enough to flavor the alcohol without tasting vanilla, if that makes sense. Added a burner underneath the secondary, which is now the primary, and that's it. Just lit it up, and I'm taking out some of the water here. I'm going to take out probably 1 barrel worth and then fill it back up with some cooler water because it's in the summertime, or in the early spring, or in the spring and summertime especially, it's really difficult to get the water cold and stay cold. So, but that's pretty much it. So set up everything. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you can. This is where I make my cuts. So when I make my cuts, I make them usually at half-gallon intervals, or half-gallon portions, I should say. That's why I have a lot of jars, and I have a ton more jars. But I separate them in half gallons so that because when it's ultra high proof like this, it can be really difficult to kind of discern, where you want your cuts on the fly. So I just half gallon, number them and put them all in a row, and then I can take my time testing them and seeing what I want to keep and everything like that. So that's a lengthy process. And then once I do that, I'll put it back into. Oh, and I didn't tell you. Yeah, we got 7 gallons total, Mr. Something Else. 7 gallons total of 160 proof, 160. 7 gallons went right into here, and that's what we're distilling right now. So that's going to come out probably 180, maybe 185 if we're lucky. Like I said, I'm going to run this still really slow on a very low heat, so that I can get the most pure alcohol possible. So, Henry, what's up, man? How are you? Now everyone's coming in. Jeez, I already just set everything up. Do I have to explain it again, or like just go back to the beginning and you'll see. Yeah, let me go turn on. I'm gonna go turn on the water supply over here, since this is draining right now, and I'm gonna have to go do that. I'm gonna move the hose around too to a tree that needs water, so I'm gonna do that too. So I'll be right back. It is already so hot in here. I have the garage door cracked, the window open, this door cracked, but the sun right now is beating directly on that wall right there. So like the heat is just radiating off of it. Like I go outside and it's nice and cool, and it's just like that wall just feels like a big massive freaking heater. Not cool. I'm not digging it. We're at 115, 115 degrees Fahrenheit right now, so it's moving along really nice and fast. About halfway down here. I'm just gonna do this whole barrel right here with cooler water. Yeah. I was thinking about doing the tall portion of it. Looks similar. Oh, this here, the plate column. Is that what you're talking about, Henry? Yeah, that's the plate column. That's the 4-inch plate column with a 2-inch deflector. Now here's something that a lot that I do different that a lot of other moonshiners do. And when I looked it up, when I got this system and researched this system, there was one thing that stood out that did not make any sense to me. This right here, this temperature gauge is typically measuring the temperature of the gases, like right here, above, like on the output of the deflegmator. That made no sense to me because that temperature fluctuates so much throughout the run. I thought, well, wouldn't it make more sense to keep an eye on the temperature of the output water supply that cools the deflegmator? So that's what I did. I configured mine so that this is the output of the water supply to cool the deflegmator, and that's where I measure. That's where I take my measurement. I looked it up. Took a second to look up. The perfect temperature for the outgoing water supply is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's where I marked my gauge. And I'm telling you, it's the best damn thing I've ever done. Just tiny adjustments on this valve will screw this up. Like right now, it should be fine right where it's at. Usually, if I have it set in this position, like I don't need to touch it. Not even for this system. It's just that constant water flow at that rate keeps the deflegmator cooled to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know that specifically because of this, because I'm measuring the temperature of the water that is cooling it, not the temperature of the outgoing gases. So just to let you know, this is not typical. And I've never seen anyone do it, and no one told me how to do it that way, but that's how, you're damn right, it fucking works. Oh yeah. You know, I'm gonna go get this back inside on a charger, because if I don't do it right now, I'm gonna fucking forget, and I don't want to do that because the next time I try to use it and it's dead, it's gonna piss me off. So let me go put this on a charger really quick. What is up, Mr. Mike? You missed all the fun, man. Do I have to explain everything again? I really don't want to. Brian, you too. You want me to go do the rundown again? Because I'll do it. I'll do it again. I just don't want to keep repeating myself. So okay. So first thing I did was take out this section of pipe to exclude the primary. The secondary is now becoming the primary. I capped this right here. Okay. I added an infusion chamber. So when it's time to add flavor, I will do that. Drained this, and it's coming up to temperature pretty quickly, so I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. Let it warm up slower than that, because it's starting to come up pretty fast. Emptied this from the last run, filled it back up with 7 gallons of 160 proof, 160. 7 gallons of 160 proof is what we ended up with from the last 2 stripping runs. Then I added a burner, and we're heating this up right now. So that's pretty much it. And I'm draining some water out of this right now, and I'm going to fill it up with some cooler water. But that's pretty much it. That's the super fast rundown. So. Oh yeah, and my igniter was the batteries were dead, so I had to light it with a wood skewer, which was incredibly annoying. So yeah, that's the super fast rundown. I had people ask me, they're like, well, if it's the burner is over here and this is where the you're burning gas is, why did you build this way the hell out here? And I have to explain to them there's 2 reasons. Number 1 is obviously because all of this gets super freaking hot too, right? This gets up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So I want that heat to go up and be exhausted out. But also, I already had plans of turning this into an independent still for this exact purpose. So I wanted the gases to go up into the hood from here as well. So there's 2 reasons why I built the hood way the hell out here. If I could find the remote control, I could change the lights and stuff too, but I don't know where the fuck that thing is. Money, 420. What's up, man? Yeah, the switcheroo. Basically, that's what it is, the switcheroo. Excluding that and then turning this into an independent still system. So, but yeah, we're just trying to get it up to temperature now. Maybe a little bit more of a heat source. A little bit more from the heat source. Oh, my back. Oh. So I don't see any moisture or condensation going on up here yet. But once that starts happening, then I'm going to turn the heat source down to a much more manageable level. And then start bringing it back up and get it right just dead on. That heat source is so much more crucial than most people realize. It'll make or break a run. Come on, it's taking a while. At 135 degrees Fahrenheit over there now. Thank you everyone for coming in to chatting it up, keeping me company while I do this. I think that's for the most part why I decided to start doing this live, is so I can, not, I don't know, be bored off my ass. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about you two. Mr. Something Else and Money 420. There's just something about it about you two that makes me think that, well, you guys would get along. Yeah, it's fun, dude. It's fun, and there's still some upgrades that I want to do. It's just they're more a little bit more complicated and uh, expensive. So yeah, come on. It's just gonna take a while. Instead of 135 degrees, this is where I get impatient. This is my impatient spot right here. Waiting for it to heat up. All right. Well, this much of the water is down, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut off that pump and get this switched back over. To here, and then fill this cooling tower up with a little bit cooler water. Like that. See? Simple. Just a few valves and a hose, and you know, once it's all set up, that's it. Boston strong, hell yeah, man. Good to see everyone in chat, man. There has been so many times that I add water, that I do this, and for some reason I forget about it, and I come back and like the whole corner of my garage is completely flooded. Like, as it overfills. I was like, I forget about this all the freaking time. Too many damn times have I flooded the corner of my garage because I forget that I'm filling the fucking thing up with water. Just over 140 degrees Fahrenheit. It's starting to come up into that Goldilocks zone right there. Once it starts getting to 165 degrees, is when things start really, changing. Like the system is starting to really move. Right now, no moisture, no nothing coming through. Connect this pump back up. Almost forgot to reconnect the pump for the deflegmator. That would have sucked. Do a test on the pumps. Oh yeah. Yeah, check out check Boston Strong. Check out the series section on my channel, and I do a three-part series of I do a three-part series of like fermentation, distillation, filtration, and finishing and everything. So I even do a small portion in the finished in the last one, in the third video, for doing a spiced rum, doing a hyper aging and spiced rum. So check it out, man. It's pretty good. So Boston Strong, if you weren't here, I did two stripping runs. Yes, one yesterday and another one the day before. And the result of that was 7 gallons of 160 proof. 7 gallons of 160 proof. That went in here. Oh, geez. Why didn't anyone tell me it was going? Oh, shit. All right. I'm going to let this settle. The heat, see that? Got away from me. Fucking got away from me. All right. I turned around and the freaking plate column is going nuts because I wasn't paying attention. We're already above 165 degrees, so I shut the flame off. I'm going to let that cool for a little bit and then gradually bring the heat up at a manageable level. Holy shit. I almost fucked that up. All right. That igniter is probably pretty well charged. Well, you know, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for this to cool down. That was that almost got out of hand really fast because the heat source, the propane, was at such a high output that it was rocketing through. You know, so I shut the heat off. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit, and then I'll bring it back up. Matter of fact, I'll wait until the water tower is full so that I can get so I can make sure that there's enough cold water for the deflegmator and the condenser. Why didn't anyone tell me that? Is no one paying attention? All right. Now, because it's a smaller system, because it's not a 50 gallon, because it's only a 14 gallon, it's gonna run through pretty quick. It's gonna get heated up pretty fast, and we'll get some liquor here if you want to stick around for that. We can do that, but I gotta get it back going. Awesome, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Boston Strong. All right, I'm gonna go get that igniter while this is filling. There we go. Yeah, this charge is quick. Charge is pretty quick. Let's see, put that on. That's what very convenient little piece. So, all right, that's almost done. So let's fire this back up. There we go. All right, now I'm going to pay attention to that. The water level is just about there. I'm almost there. I'm gonna let it fill up quite a bit. Now, if you haven't seen this before, or had me explain it before, there's two different water pumps. There's a water pump for the deflegmator, and there's a water pump, an independent water pump for the condenser. But the deflegmator heats the water up to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So this hose is the output hose. It goes out into the yard. I don't want that being reintroduced. Hold up. I don't want that being that hot water being reintroduced into the water tower circulation system. That's so this will eventually kind of dip down, and that's why I keep the hose on it and everything. So yeah, let's give this pump a test. And looks like we're going good, so we'll turn the heat down. Plate columns are starting to heat. Starting to bubble. Oh, come on, the damn flame went out again. Shit, I turned it down way too fast. Alright, we'll put it right there. See how that goes. See, it just fired right back up. Now, heat source can be very tricky, especially on a small system like this with a high efficiency output burner. Holy shit. Very touchy. But you can see the plate column doing its job. So what it's doing is it's allowing alcohol vapor to go up the column, and the water is being dumped back down into the still. So that's what that's doing. And then once it gets to the deflegmator is set for 165 degrees Fahrenheit, remember, and that is where water condenses is 165 degrees. So water will condense and come back down into the plate column, allowing the alcohol vapor to pass through. So we're really hot right here, so we're going to be getting. So as soon as this right here, this knuckle, this right here, this 90 degree, when this gets too hot to handle, this is going to start filling up really quickly. It's heating up really fast already. Really fast. It's already about to go. So if you want to stick around for that. I watched, Boston Strong. I watched some episodes of Moonshiners. It was kind of gimmicky to me. Like, I get what they were trying to do, you know what I mean? But I did watch a few episodes here and there. But the one that I liked was the competition one, where they would show, like, where they had like 3 people, 3 stills, and they had like that competition thing going on where they were like, this is the kind of liquor you're making, you know, and they'd like kind of battle it out for ingredients and shit like that. I kind of liked that one. They gave me like ideas of like, you know, what to use for infusion, for flavoring and stuff like that. But I'm just making simple, like I've been making simple rums, Pure King brown sugar rum. So it looks like everything is really nice and settled here. These are all bubbling at the same rate. So just waiting for this 4th plate to start to match the rest of these, but it's going to be such a high proof that it's already running through. It doesn't even need to be working at full capacity yet. It's already starting to run. So because of the ultra high proof that it started out as, you can see. Hopefully, you can see the deflegmator starting to come up pretty fast. So I'm going to add just a little more circulation on that. bring that down so that it doesn't get too high of a temperature and let too much water to come through the rest of the system and can get condensed, because I want it to be a really good, clean, high proof, ultra high proof. So looks like that adjustment did really well. I'm gonna maybe just a little more. There we go. So typically, if you make an adjustment, you wait like 10, 15 minutes for the results. The Phlegmator, that thing is like almost instant. It is very touchy, very sensitive. So right now it's at 160. I think that's probably where I'm going to keep it, and it's at 160 degrees right now. Doesn't look like it looks like it's moving down ever so slightly. So I'm going to turn up the heat source just a little bit. Get this fourth plate going. Yeah, that's starting to go down quite a bit faster now. So I'm going to turn up the heat and then try and balance this out. Yeah, see, that's going down a little too much. All right. Okay, so we got the fourth plate going really well. But now the deflagrator's stalled out at 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to close it off just a little bit and let that slowly rise. Let that temperature slowly turn up. And that's going to basically balance everything right where I need it. I'm going to turn just a little heat off of the burner. And yep, it is very slowly starting to rise on this. And that's what I need. I want it to start low and just barely move. And it'll settle at some point. And even before then, this is already going to start producing. So plate column is nice and even. You see that? All working very steadily. So, and then you can barely see that climb. Fake moonshine. Fake, dude. Fake moonshine. You fucking funny, dude. That's not real moonshine. He's just boiling water. The fuck? So yeah, it's already starting to come up. I turned the heat down so this is so the heat's not running the way it was a second ago, because I'm trying to balance the system. It's kind of stalling out, so I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit more. When I say turn the heat up, I don't mean I'm turning the knob like, a quarter of a turn or anything. Like, I'm turning it like a hair. It is very, very sensitive. So it's getting there. It's climbing. I can touch this. I can this elbow. I can put my hands on it again. So that's how quickly the whole system cooled down. When I turned the heat down and the coolant for the deflagrator up, it just basically shut the whole system off. So it's heating up though. It's like right there. So I'm gonna let that do its thing. The temperature is slowly coming up. And there is, when I was balancing everything, there is alcohol in there right now. So we're just going to have to wait for it to kind of mellow out and do its thing. Woo fucking woo. Ugh. Matter of fact, this is a perfect time for me to go make a fucking drink and clean up a couple of things while that's doing that. So I'll be right back. All right. Awesome. Still got some people in here with us. That's a good thing. Let's see what we got here. Oh, all right. A little more heat. Because it kind of stalled out right at 122 degrees Fahrenheit. It stalled out on the deflegmator, so I'm trying to bring the heat up to get this right where it needs to be. Okay. It's moving again. Come on. Just get right up there where it's supposed to be. But you see how precise that is, as opposed to having your temperature gauge on the output of the of the vapor of the temperature of the vapors. Instead of that, like I said, I measure the temperature of the output of the coolant of the water, and I can adjust that and get that dialed in right where it's supposed to be, as opposed to the fluctuating temperature of the gases going through it. You know, so I'm telling you, fucking best damn thing I ever fucking thought of. So it should start traveling again here really soon. At 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Sometimes adjusting that is a huge pain in the ass. Come on. As soon as it's dialed in, too. As soon as it's dialed in, as soon as it's dialed in and it's running, I can just walk away. It just stays like that, and I just feel charged. Once it's dialed in, that's it. It's good. It stays stable, you know. But it's getting it right dead on to where it's supposed to be. That's the tricky part. All right, a little bit more heat. So, and also, because this is a final run, on the first two stripping runs, I had already excluded a gallon from each of the methanol. So there's not going to be a lot of methanol in this when I'm doing my cuts. So I'm not going to have to exclude very much at all. Slowly coming up. Come on, get past this point. Ugh. There we go. It's starting to get heated up now. There, it's starting to move. It's 140 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Very slowly rising. And there we go. Now this is too hot to handle, which means this is going to start running again, condensing, and we're going to get liquor really, really soon. Oh no! Where did everyone go? Yep, starting to fill back up. Let's go ahead and get this ready. We'll see what proof we get. Okay, starting to come up now. The alcometer's starting to come up now. And it looks like it's going to be a really good high proof. Probably going to be around 180, maybe 185 from the looks of it. Nah, probably. It's really difficult for my system to get a 190. It's just kind of how my system is. There are more efficient systems that can get 190. I don't have kind of the space for it, I guess you could say, because you need a really tall, like, it's almost like making fuel. So there it is. It's coming up. It's coming up. Come on. Where is it going to pour? Oh yeah, that's going to be a good, it's going to be a good one. Is that going to be like 185 or something? Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, looks like it's going to be a 180, looks like it's going to be a 185. Just about there. Come on, baby. And there's the spill. It's filling this up down here. I built this. And there she is. Now, like I've said before, I've already excluded... Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, that's clean. That tastes so fucking clean. Now, like I said before, I've already excluded... I've already excluded a lot of... Or, like, the 4-shot from the stripping runs. And I've already excluded a large portion of the methanol. So, this right here is... I mean, it's methanol, but... It's very flavorful, and some of this will be included in the final product, but not a lot. But I will. So this is where I'm going to make my cuts, basically. So there you go. Yeah, it was like a 185, 187. Yeah, it's like a 187. Oh yeah. Yep. 187. Nice. So there you go. That is pretty much all I can do as far as a show goes. Let me get this fucking tripod back out here. And I always put stuff in my way. Here, just put this right over here, but I put it right in my fucking walkway. Do it every damn time. So there you go. And as you can see, it's not pouring out. This is not fast, right? The deflagrator hasn't even gone up to 165 degrees temperature. So like this, it's gonna run really slow like this all day until night, because this is how I get my ultra high proof. Really good, clean liquor. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I have a couple of things to do. I need to clean some stuff up from the previous runs. But this is day 3 distillation. Day 3 distillation, final run. And thank you everyone for coming in, hanging out with me. That was cool. And until the next one, I guess. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do a quick one for filtration, like how I set up a filter. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of janky. I haven't really, you know, I can put together a better system for how I filter, but it's highly effective, so I don't really give a damn that much. But anyway, thank you all for joining me.